let's move on to our first main topic today. And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Lesslie Vaccarzza, who writes, I read a story today that Eddie Murphy was returning to host an episode of Saturday Night Live this upcoming season, and the media seems to be making a pretty big deal out of it. With the Netflix deal coming to America too, my name is Dolemite. Am I pronouncing that right?
Dolemite.
I thought so. I knew I was pronouncing
Dolemite is my name.
Dolemite is my name. And now this. Are we ready to declare officially that Eddie Murphy is back? Is this the time of the Murphassance? All right. Thanks a lot for sending that in, Lesslie. And yeah, the media is making a pretty big deal out of this. Eddie Murphy coming back to do Saturday Night Live. He hasn't hosted Saturday Night Live in 35 years.
Wow.
Now, he did appear on, I believe it was the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. He didn't really do much. He just made an appearance. And I think that was in 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. But this is his real first foray back into Saturday Night Live in ages and ages and ages and ages. You combine all that other stuff going on now, lest we forget, it's not like Eddie Murphy has been hiding under a rock for decades. I mean, it wasn't all that many years ago that he was actually nominated for an Academy Award for Dreamgirl, right? Or Dreamgirls, I should say, which he famously was quite upset that he didn't win. He really felt he deserved to win that. But Rob, you're looking at this right now. I think it is beyond safe to say, because not only does he have a bunch of things coming, it's pretty highly lauded stuff. It's stuff that everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
That Dolemite trailer, everybody got talking about. Everybody's excited about Coming to America too. Everybody got talking that it could be like a $70 million deal with Netflix to do these comedy specials. Now coming back to do Saturday Night Live again. I'm ready to say, yes, the reconnaissance has now passed. We are living now in the Murphassance. I'm ready to say that. What about you?
100%. I love Eddie Murphy. The original Beverly Hills Cop remains one of my favorite action comedies ever made. Martin Brest knocked it out of the park. To see Eddie Murphy come back in a big way like this, first of all, who doesn't like Eddie Murphy? You know, from his original comedy specials, Delirious, which is, I mean, one of the funniest comedy specials of all stand-up comedy specials. To see him come back, I mean, Netflix is killing it with their comedy specials. They're spending a hell of a lot of money on people, but they're killing it. I mean, they're bringing back all kinds of comedians. Dave Chappelle had the Chappelle-assance because of Netflix, and I think this is a great thing. And Eddie Murphy's picked, I mean, who doesn't want to see Coming to America too? And to come back and do Dolemite is my name. I mean, I've loved Dolemite since I was a kid. College, the Dolemite. I am the human tornado. You know, these are things that he's picked some very strategic projects, and we've got the same director as with Dolemite is my name, who's also directing Coming to America too. So they have a great relationship, and I really think this is going to be a fun time to be an Eddie Murphy fan. So I'm very excited.
Are we living in the Murphassance now, Aaron, or are we not quite there yet?
Oh, we're there. We're definitely, and I know that you said that he hasn't been living under a rock, which you are correct. However, he hasn't been really doing that much. I mean, his last film was in 2016, something called Mr. Church, which I never saw. I didn't hear much of it.
A lot of potential. It didn't live up to its potential. I mean, it looked like one of the. It felt like they were really thought this was an Oscar potential movie when they were making it, but it didn't quite get there.
He wants an Oscar, and you know what? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say Dolemite is my name might be his Oscar because
really.
And here's why. This is what I love about this trailer is that you actually see the human being behind this grand facade. And you see these moments where Eddie Murphy as Dolemite, or as the man who created Dolemite, really wanting to be someone special. It's not that he was this wild and crazy guy. He wanted people to know who he was. He wanted recognition. He wanted, like so many people, he wanted to be seen and he wanted to be heard. And the only way he could do that was to create this larger than life character, and that became famous. But Eddie Murphy, I think, is so smart by not portraying the real person as a caricature, but
Right.
portraying a real person who then creates a caricature. Eddie Murphy's been living off that Shrek money. He has, I don't know what he's been doing, but he's like, I don't need to work until I want to work. We've had a really nice rest. And now he's come back as a more mature person, more mature actor, more mature comedian, and he's just giving us all that he's got. And I am really excited for him. Dolemite is my name. His SNL performance, I really, really hope that he brings back Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Mr. Robinson's
Mr.
Neighborhood.
Robinson's Neighborhood. Thank you.
That would
Yes.
be a good time for that.
Buckwheat.
One of the greatest single sketches ever in the history of Saturday Night Live was when he donned whiteface and decided to infiltrate white America. Do you remember that?
I don't.
He's like, okay, so first of all, they make him up. They give him this makeup job. And it's like, oh my, like you could tell he doesn't quite look right, but if you glance
So it's like white girls with,
yes.
Okay.
And so it's a sketch. He goes, I decided to go deep into America to find out what's really going on, right? So he gets on this city bus, and the bus is half full. There's a bunch of people on the bus, and there's one black guy on the bus, other than Eddie Murphy, who's dressed like a white guy. And then the bus hits a bus stop, and the one black guy, it's his stop. He gets up and gets off. And as soon as he gets off and the doors close, like these cocktail waitresses come out, music starts playing, and they start handing out free food. Then he goes to a bank, right? And he's sitting in with a banker and stuff like that, right? And he walks in because he's going in to ask for a loan, just as a black gentleman is finishing asking for a loan or for a mortgage, right? And the banker is saying to the black guy in the chair, we'll review your documents. He goes, with your employment history, it doesn't look good, but let us get back to you. Okay, so the black guy gets up and leaves, and Eddie Murphy steps in and takes a chair. He goes, well, yeah, I'd like to talk about my loan application. And the bank manager's like, what are you talking about? He opens a drawer, he just starts handing him bricks of money. Here you go, just go take it. Just go take it. It was so funny. The way he was made up and the way he acted, it's one of the single funniest SNL sketches ever. And and
ahead of its time. Because all of a sudden, white people are watching this and being like, what? It's challenging for black people to get a mortgage loan? What?
Yeah.
It very, very much was. And he's such a brilliant comedian. I'm so excited for everything that's coming up.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Question is, guys, what do you think? Can we officially say we are living in the Murphassance at this point? Or do you think we need to see it? Or maybe we need to see one of these things come out first. Maybe we need to just, pump the brakes a bit and make sure Coming to America doesn't suck and Dolemite doesn't suck and the stand-up things don't suck. I don't think they will, so I think we're there. Maybe you think differently. Jump down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. All right.